Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am so sorry this video is inevitably going to be very late. It's like 11:50 my time right now, and I spent like an hour on the phone with my mom, who had many old lady rants. There was a 5-minute story about ice cream, and yeah. So anyway, all that is to say, we're going to do a little speed version of this, but the benefit is that I have everything up ahead of time, so we can just kind of roll with it, right? So let's go over September events, because the year's not over yet, tragically, but it will be soon. You can see October creeping in there. All right, so let's hit it. Lynn Florina Revival. We know that's happening. Lost Lore Spoils. Current Tempest Trials, the Forging Bonds Revival Beyond Blood, that is happening already. We know about that. Limited Hero Battles are coming up in just a couple days, so get ready for that. Grand Hero Battle. That's it. That's the event. We don't know what the GHB is, I guess, but maybe we will. That is, of course, going to be accompanied by the Forging Bonds event, which means we will inevitably have a brand new Heroes banner. So get excited about that. Frontline Phalanx. Remember, that's the new kind of passive event, but also cooperative across the internet, I guess, type thing that's happening. You may remember it as the event that you get 100 trait fruits from if you participate, so be sure to do that. Because it kind of looks like, I'm estimating the average player will probably get about 400 trait fruits a year, just based on how they're available and the tiering rewards that you get for them. So, unless you're like top tier in Arena and all this other stuff, then you will probably be likely seeing closer to like 500-ish, maybe. So, we'll see. Hey, Grand Conquest is here. Did I mention that? Did I not? I don't know. Well, it's there, so yay. I like limited hero battles the most. Is that weird? It's challenging, but not too challenging, because we've seen all the maps before, and it's not so bad. The voting gauntlet, that's happening on the 10th, so we're kind of into October already. Hall of Forms is mostly in October. Mythic hero battle. New Mythic hero. It's September, but I mean, look at it. It goes until October 6th. It's basically October. I wish they would call them. I wish this was actually October's Mythic, but whatever. It's not, so it's fine. Ranulph and Lath. The Bound Hero Battle. Fun. Tempest Trials Plus, which means we're getting a new special banner close to the 10th, or the 9th rather, so probably the 8th is, I'm assuming, when that would happen. Yep, that's down there, but we'll talk about banners in just a second. If you're wondering what that's going to be, that's almost inevitably going to be the new Halloween banner. Encore of Illusory Dungeon, which I haven't seen that in what feels like forever, so... But it's an encore, so the rewards are... It is what it is. There's a lot of other stuff to be preoccupied with, I guess. That's the silver lining in all of that, I suppose. Alright, so that is all the eventy type things, which, honestly, it's pretty jam-packed. And this is about the time where we start thinking about wrapping up the current book. And then, like... mid-October through mid-November, there's kind of a lull that happens, and then the new book starts up shortly after. So book 4 is kind of starting to come to a close. Sad. This is, honestly, I think book 4 is probably my favorite so far, although 3 was pretty good. The story of hell and whatnot, that is pretty solid. Alphonse really had some character development there, which I can appreciate. Because he was kind of just, I don't know. Alphonse just didn't seem very exciting until book 3 happened, you know what I mean? Hey, look at this. Coliseum and Ordeals quest. Be sure to get those in. You've only got like 10 more days left until those go away. Anna quests. What? It's quests and it's Anna. What more do you need to know? And then, of course, we have Lance Art quests happening in October. very straightforward. I'm a big fan of the quest because there's really no guesswork involved at all. It's this is it. This is the quest. Go do the quest, and then that happens. We got some logins happening, and they're kind of all over the place, which I'm not. I think they're grouping them together based on what they're supposed to accompany. But I do not like this jumping around between greens and yellows. It is very jarring, and I'm not a fan of that. Before we get into banners, we have that Phalanx Fest events. I'm assuming that's part of where you will see the trait fruits that you will get. So just pay attention to that. That's the 15th. You definitely want to pay attention to the 15th. The 15th is going to be an important date. If there's one thing you take away from this calendar, that's probably the thing you should remember most. All right, banner time. Banner time! So we have Summoning Focus, New Power. Gee, I don't know what those are going to be. That should be the Braves, if you haven't got them yet. I am loving my Brave Hector, by the way. He is easy mode. Beyond easy mode, man. I gave him Special Spiral, and I have no regrets about anything ever. Especially now that we have Armor March as a seal. That is dope. Alright, so, Special Heroes Revival. A splendid soiree. If you didn't get Berkut, this is now your chance to maybe see him outside of double specials. So get that in while you can. The new Heroes Revival is going on right now, which, side note, I have decided to kind of compile all my free pulls that I do and then have one free pull summon video at the end of the month. So look forward to that, because that will be coming. I haven't pulled on Air of Light just yet, but I will be. But you won't see that until like 2 weeks from now, so it's irrelevant. But I was like, man, I wish there was some way I could put something into content of just the free pulls that I never show. Well, now we're going to do a compilation. Summoning Focus, Heroes with Rally Skills. We'll go over that in a second. Mythic Heroes Summoning Event, of course. Duh. New Heroes, that thing that's going along with the Forging Bonds and the GHB. That's coming on the 18th. So not much longer, and we'll have a trailer for that. Probably in the next 5 days or so. So that's pretty exciting, I guess. Oh, Heroes with Iceberg. I mean, what do you what do you even do with that? What do you literally even do with that? Heroes with Gale Force sounds big, but genuinely it's not really. And then of course we have that Bound Hero battle that involves Ranulf and Lath on the 29th till who knows when, but I'm assuming it's before the 10th because you know it doesn't extend past that. Whatever. All right, so. Special Heroes. Like I said, that is almost definitely going to be Halloween. I would be very surprised if it was not Halloween, to be honest. So, I guess if you're a fan of Halloween and you're like, man, we haven't had armors in a while, guess what? Your time hath come. So that is almost inevitably going to be flyers and armors, I think is primarily what they stick to. Maybe a cav unit. Might see a cav unit or two, but that's generally what we'll likely see. All right, so skills banners, baby. Let's talk about skills banners, shall we? So skills banners, let's talk. Skills banners. Yes. Rally Plus. I don't know if they are singling these out to like Rally stat plus, or if they're doing like Rally up stat plus. Either way, I jotted them down for you, so everything is fine regardless. Bam. There's your options. So we've got Ranulf with attack defense, Brave Elderwood with attack defense, Midori with attack defense. Remember when I said they're probably putting Midori in a skills banner? Boom! There it is, I bet. I'm genuinely thinking that that's what it's going to be. Dream Corrin, that is the female version, by the way, not the male version. It's not annotated. It should be annotated. Let's just go ahead and take care of that now, I guess. Yeah, there we go. All right. Everybody feel better? I feel better. Eleonora has attack speed along with Dream Female Corrin. As does Layla, who is definitely not getting voted back for the Revival Forging Bonds event. So One more reason for me to dislike Lysithea, I suppose. But Annette, and then Apotheosis Anna also has attack speed. There's a lot of attack speed. I would definitely assume that at least one of the focus units is going to have attack speed plus. Because it's like literally 80% of the list that we've got here. Quan holding it down with speed defense, the only one. And then surprisingly enough, there's not a whole lot of normal pool rally up fodder. It's really just Lou with res and then Ophelia with attack. So there you go. They might throw up and up, but I think primarily what we're going to be looking at is units with the stat-stat type situation. So I would definitely assume Midori is going to be on there. I think Layla might be on there. Apotheosis Anna might be on there. But they might throw up an up. They might throw in an up. I guess that's the better way to say it, right? So be on the lookout for that. If any of those units interest you, be sure to hit the pause button before you start summoning away like a summoner with nothing to lose. Iceberg. That's a banner, huh? Surprisingly enough, not too many in the 5-star exclusives. So we got Inez, Flora, Kyria, Fiora, Fallen Julia, Sayri, and Female Morgan. I would anticipate Fiora, maybe? But she was on a monthly banner pretty recently. Fallen Julia, I would say, is a pretty safe bet. Sayri is probably a pretty safe bet. And then they'll probably throw in a 4-star as well. So I think your two 5-stars are likely going to be Sayri and Fallen Julia. The downside to that is that they are red. In fact, most of the 5-star exclusives are red. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the 7. The only 2 that aren't would be Inez and Fiora. So, you know, there may be a double focus. That might not be the best Baron to pull on if you're looking for any of those. Take it as you will. Double pairing for colors is a little dicey because I don't think. Let's be honest. If there's an Iceberg banner, you're not pulling for the Iceberg skill necessarily. You're pulling for what everybody else has. So there's that. Skills banner number 3, Gale Force, which is pretty limited, honestly. Lynn, Cordelia, Brave Roy, Brave Silica, and Yarn. That's it. That's the list. And that's everybody. It's a 5-star lock skill. Nobody has it at 4-star, obviously. So, I think maybe Cordelia might make the list, to be honest. I don't know that they'll put the Braves on. So I'm thinking, tentatively, it's going to be Lynn, Cordelia, and Yarn. And that would also kind of make sense because typically what they do is they'll throw 2 5-stars and a 4-star focus on there. Which makes the banner better or worse for whatever it may be. I don't know that anybody's really looking for a Gale Force banner to pull for a Cordelia when a Yarn is available or a Lynn is available. But hey, maybe you are. And if you are, then this is probably right up your alley. But again, if any of these units that you see here are of interest, and again, I did exclude some of the, well, all of the 4-stars from the Iceberg list because frankly, there were a lot. And I ain't got time for that. Be sure to hold on the orb expenditure. All right, just take my word for it, because some combination of these guys are going to show up this month. So, for what that's worth. Hey, this has been kind of a quick overlook of the event schedule. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe because we're trying to get to 10K. I don't know if you saw my community post earlier today, but I straight up imported a Genealogy of the Holy War Super Famicom game cart. I did that. I'm going to play it in Japanese. I don't know Japanese. Do you want to know what that's like? Get me to 10K so we can have that reward. And there will be other rewards happening too. Jenna has officially agreed to have a Fae session at some point. So we'll be doing that. We got barracks tours. There will be giveaways. There will be things that are happening from here to 10K. So get excited about that. I want to unlock stories, you guys. I don't know what they do, but I want them. Help me achieve that. Subscribe. Get us to 10K. That is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you are most excited for in this calendar event for September. And with that said, thank you again so much for watching. And until then, I will catch you next time.